this week's live session. If you are watching me live or on replay, please hit the like button. Let me know that you are here and do feel free to comment along. Now, this is something that I hear all the time from my clients and from my peers and my friendship groups. I think as women, we can so easily feel like we are not enough. Now, that's not going to be everybody. I fully appreciate that. But I think a lot of us do suffer with that not enoughness in various areas of our life at some point. And some of us might have it fleetingly. And for others, it kind of hangs around for a little bit longer and it's always there as a nagging doubt. So how does that show up? Because I know that with my clients, they are successful women. Like my friends are successful women. I am a successful woman. Maybe you have a great job, have a great family set up. Maybe you don't have a family set up. Maybe you're single and like perfectly happy with that. It doesn't matter about what's going on. Like it doesn't matter about the actual, whether or not you're married, single, got a good job, earn lots of money. Like those things don't really matter, because deep down what I know is that all of that can be irrelevant if you in yourself don't feel like you are good enough, worthy, deserving of good things. And so how might that show up? That might show up for you in ways that you feel slightly disconnected from yourself, slightly disconnected from your partner, disconnected from your kids. You might feel like you are spinning so many plates in the air at the moment that you've just completely lost sight of who you are. This is something that happens a lot, and I think particularly with women in their mid-40s. Again, no sweeping statements here, but I appreciate this isn't going to apply to everybody, but I think the large majority of women who are holding down a job, managing their career, holding down family life, managing everything that goes on within the home, the childcare, the arrangements, the shopping, the cleaning, maybe looking after parents or members of the family outside of the family home, and got all of these things going on, all of these plates spinning and spinning and spinning. And then you get to the point where you just think, gosh, like, this is absolutely exhausting. I don't know if I'm doing any of this well enough. I don't know if any of this is good enough. And it all feels a little bit like it's lost its shine. Your relationship has lost its shine. Your relationship with your kids feels like hard work. You don't spend any time catching up properly with your friends because you're always so tired. You don't maybe feel like you're doing your best at your job because you never feel like you're like really on top of it, or you're giving it your full energy and attention. But most of all, you are not giving yourself the attention because you are so busy trying to be good enough in all of the other areas of your life that you're not actually stopping and doing the most important job of all, which is actually looking after yourself. Because here's the thing, when we look after ourselves, we understand our strengths, we understand our limitations. And I'm not just talking about self-care here, I'm talking about actually the personal development stuff. The actually getting to the root cause of what those nagging fears and doubts are about. Where do they come from? Where does this not enoughness come from? You know, let me know what you think about this. I'm really genuinely curious to know where we all get this sense of not enoughness from. And everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got their own reasons. But life is hard. Like, life is hard. And like I said, like, it's hard for everybody. I know it's hard for men too. My client base is women. I'm a woman. My friends are women. So I talk as a woman to women. That doesn't mean to say that it isn't hard for the men too. I completely get that. But I think for us in this stage of our life, you know, especially if you're whacking the menopause and all of those changes on top as well, which I'm very familiar with as well, it all gets a bit foggy, right? Proper menopause talk. It all gets a little bit foggy. And in that, I think we lose our sense of self. And so we are on a hamster wheel. We're running around this wheel and never really stopping to catch up with ourselves. And part of that is self-care, which you will hear me talking about a lot, because there's a lot about deserving self-care. There's a lot about how much we think we deserve, how much we allow ourselves to stop for a moment and recharge our batteries. But there's also something about being not good enough, not having the confidence, maybe, not feeling worthy. And where does all of that come from? Because that's the really important stuff that we actually need to understand. Like, we need to understand the roots of ourselves, like the roots of these narratives, the roots of these beliefs, but actually the roots of ourselves. And that's everything that I feel so passionately about. Because when we do that work and when we really embody, really get to grips with what that's about, then it all suddenly starts to make sense. You know, I've worked with so many clients who have been through this journey, who have done this journey with me. I've done this journey myself, so I am very familiar with this journey. And we get down to the root cause of where do those beliefs come from? You know, why might I not think I'm good enough? Why do I feel like I need to be constantly running? And when we do that work together, you know, I can name you countless clients that I've worked with where once we get down to that root, there's usually a story. There might be a few stories, but there's usually a tipping point where that story became a belief, where that story became hardwired in your mind about whether or not you are good enough of all of the things that you do. And when you get that, when you know that, when you really understand that, everything starts to improve. Like, there's no fairy dust, there's no magic wand to this stuff. People might tell you that there are, but there really isn't any magic solution. It's about really getting to understand yourself, to know yourself, to value yourself. And then we work on the relationships. Then we work on your relationship with your partner and improve that communication and improve your worthiness in that relationship. Then we get you to feel connected to your partner, connected to your children, connected to yourself, so that you can do your job as a wife, as a partner, as a mother, as a business owner, as an employee, as all of the things, and then start caring for yourself and recharging those batteries so that everything that you do comes with that shine. It's the shine that we miss. We can all do our jobs. We can all do it. Like, we can all put on a great mask. We can all put on a front and do what we need to do. But we're kind of doing it half-assed. We don't have that zest. It just isn't there unless we get to the root of what is actually going on. And that's why I love therapeutic coaching so much. That's why I feel so passionately about what I do, because I love combining therapy and coaching together. I love going back and digging into those roots and having a look around and seeing what is there, what is going on there, but doing it with direction, doing it so that you have an outcome, you have a goal, you know where you're going, you know what you want. You know you want to be happier, you know you want to be more energized, you know you want more meaningful relationships with your partner, with your kids, with your friends, with your family. You know you want a more meaningful relationship with yourself. Yeah? But we need to get to the root cause and then put tasks and actions in place so that you are working towards that. And that's what we do when we work together. So if that sounds like something that you are ready for, are you ready for it? Is it time to start actually putting a bit of time, energy into yourself now? It's been a hard year. I think 2022 has been a really hard year. But it doesn't have to be that way in 2023. We can end that and we can make it fabulous. Okay, so DM me, we'll book up, we'll get a free, no pressure call, get it in the diary, no hard selling tactics, just so I can find out a little bit more about you, so you can feel more comfortable with me, and then we can get going. Okay, so yeah, book a call, and I hope that this all makes good sense to you. And I wish you a very lovely rest of week and weekend, and stay warm because it is absolutely freezing. Take care.